put the tick next to your name, mate. Right, good evening everybody and welcome to ATA, the Apex GP2 division of Formula 1. We are here, and I believe it's round 11 of the championship at the very famous Monza circuit. My name is BR Mr. Michaels, and joining me as ever is Craig Senna after you finally got off of your FIFA game, but you know, we'll gloss over that.
Well, that was very important.
Was it? You lost, so...
Well, I lost, but, yeah, but...
But anyway, we are here tonight, and Q1 is just about to begin now. So, as Q1 is normally quite quiet, we'll go for the championship standings. We have 17 drivers here tonight, so 2 drivers will be knocked out of Q1.
Ooh.
It'll be interesting to see who of those 2 will be knocked out. So after a very eventful race last time out in Belgium, if you haven't seen it, obviously go onto the YouTube channel. I would put a thing on the screen now to click on, but I cannot do that. But anyway, click on the Belgium race if you haven't watched it already, because it was a very good race indeed. But it came out with a result of Frantique gaining a massive jump of points over his title rival Floodlions and Krog. He now leads the championship on 179 points after that race victory. Floodlions, after his non-finish, is on 155. Master Krog, who I believe got second in Belgium, is 139. Bulltail is third on 117. And then, best of the rest, HOG is on 72. And then it's Manny GB 59, Skyline 52, Joran 40, Honey Badger 24, and Ades 22 rounds up the top 10. Force India also took a massive jump in the constructors to 185, and they are leading. McLaren is second on 167, and it's Red Bull 153, Mercedes 152, Williams 131. So yeah, still championship wide open between, I'd say, about 4 drivers there from Frantique to Bulltail. Bulltail really needs to start getting in some good wins and some good points, in my opinion, to keep up with the front 3. Seems to be unlucky more than anything, but he does need to bring the results in. And obviously you've got one of your own drivers in there, Craig, so obviously not being biased, who's your early bookmaker's favourite for the title, if you have one?
Very hard to call, but Frantique is the favourite at the moment. He is consistently quick and out there, but Floodlions, Patel and Krog are just as quick. But there's still many races to go. Anything can happen. Frantique can have a DNF like Floodlions did last week and could be level pegging again, so it's still a long way to go.
Indeed, things can change very much in Formula 1 and this league as well. Interestingly, only 1 driver is on the soft tyres, that is Joran, which is quite interestingly. Obviously, if you don't remember the rules of full qualifying, obviously, main thing, if you crash, actually, we start off with the ones eliminated. So this is Q1, so in this session we'll have 16th and 17th places. They will be knocked out of the session. Yeah, they'll be knocked out of the session. It's going to be more
interesting. We got more than 1 to be knocked out in this quality. So
yeah,
everybody can't be as cautious as last week, so yeah, interesting.
It'll be a lot more competitive, it seems.
Yeah.
Piper's just come online. I wonder if I can invite him. He'll be starting at the back. Yes, I'm just going to do that now, so bear with me, guys.
Skyline on pole so far at the moment, 122.6. And now HLG goes quick as well, 122.4, so I think we're going to keep seeing these laps going quicker. Just got Krog coming around the last corner now, and this is a really good lap. I think this should be...
21.9,
nice.
No,
Frantique's gone. Wow, that's a good lap.
Yeah, I noticed Bulltail goes into 22.3s as well. That's quite close between a few of the drivers at the top.
Yeah.
But as I said, really we're looking at the 2 drivers near the bottom end. Could be quite interesting to see. It's very competitive, I think. I think times are going to be quite close. As Frantique has retired, I think he's happily safe. Yes, he is. That's a manual retirement, so that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, he should be safe. I can't see him going out.
Floodlions has gone
quickest.
Yeah, 21.9. Oh, Manny GB's lost it. He's out. He's out.
No. Oh
No.
no.
He's lost it, and the
Oh yeah, I've just seen it.
Lesmo's there. Oh my goodness me.
And I heard he had good pace run here as well. That's a big disappointment for him. Is it unfortunate? Is he retired? Is he out? Unorthodox.
Unorthodox. Yeah, he's that's manual retirement. He's literally just retired right next to Matty GB. Interestingly.
Right. So that is the pressure of some of the drivers. Now we just need one person to go out.
I'm very surprised that Unorthodox has retired on the 23.4. I don't.
Yes.
I think the ones below
I would feel
him.
safe on that. I feel
ones...
the people in the mid to low 22s are safe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's going to be safe on a 123. I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the bottom two now be bottom one because Manny GB is now out of the session. He didn't set a lap. And interestingly, that's now the second time he's done that in Q1. He done it last week in Belgium, interestingly. So, interesting. As Tufty Candy, I was going to mention him actually, as Floodlines does a 21.3. I think that was with,
wow.
That was with the help of the Renault, I think, actually. A little bit of slipstream. Yeah, potentially.
That's still a really good time, though. Can't deny that.
Not bad. So Tufty is a new driver into the league. He replaced its Custard, who unfortunately left after last week in the Renault. So that's good to see him back because he's been in the army. Actually, he joined us very early on in the F1 division. Obviously, he's a little bit of pace on before. There's a message, Jake.
I'm
going to stab a
time to get back into the game. He won't be able to pick a car, Jake Piper won't.
It is cool.
And Tufty Candy's been disqualified from the session, parked in a dangerous location.
He did this. He was stopped actually, and I thought he'd just maybe had to drop his controller or something.
Well, that's it then. Everybody else is going to be safe then, because Matty GB's out, Tufty Candy's disqualified.
He just sent me a message actually.
He's put right to the back.
Controller died. Oh, that is such a shame.
So yeah, everybody can retire now from Q1 because.
Will they though?
Well, Dom has, HLG has. Desert Eagle still needs to cross the line and do a time because he's still classified behind Matty GB.
That is such a shame from Tufty. There's controller die. I'm getting messages left, right, and centre.
I think they need to kind of fix that from the game because you can't help you controller dies and then you get disqualified.
It's just the way it is.
Let's see what Desert He is out on a lap because he's still classified as 16th, so he will be out. He doesn't do a lap time.
Right, I'm going to have to stop reading the messages, interrupt the stream. Yeah, so as long as Desert Eagle sets the lap, he's up now with the timetables on the super soft tyres. So really, Joan has actually... is
that alright?
Well, all he's done is he saved his set.
Softs. Yeah.
Desert Eagle does a 24.6, perfectly fine. So now, effectively, everyone can retire, although Bart will probably need to set a time as he goes completely sideways out of the Vascari there. Actually, no, quite a few of these names. Yes, like last week.
Yes, I think Bart will be through anyway.
Yeah, he should be. As I was explaining, I keep on getting interrupted. As I was explaining in this session, we'll lose two drivers. That's Matty GB and Tufty, unfortunately. And then we go into Q2. Now Q2 is slightly different. Q2, whatever tyres you set your fastest lap on, that's the tyres you start the race, including if you do several laps on a set of tyres. That's what you start on. So you've got to play it rather tactically and rather... you've got to get your lap in, basically, if you're only doing one lap, which makes sense. Also, we will lose the drivers in 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, and they will start, respectively, where the action is. That's where pole position, the fight, is there. And then obviously you go into the race, etc. Move on from there.
Well, I do have some really good news. The Toro Rossos are nowhere near each other in this qualifying session today. So hopefully that will repeat what happened last week. I think people should still going out, see if they can do a better run, get more practice
Yeah,
in.
as long as they don't crash, that's perfectly fine. Like last time. A good gauntlet
Yes.
slowed down by Floodlines. He's definitely put in last week's disappointment to one side. And obviously early days, yeah. Oh, someone has
That's
crashed
a very
it.
impressive lap time.
Bart's crashed it, I think. He has.
No. Has he?
Oh, he has, yeah.
Yeah, that's well, yeah.
He crashed it at the
Are you
end.
sure?
Oh my god, yeah, he did. He did.
I've seen his
There
car
was a
parked,
wheel
but I don't know
missing.
if he retires. Oh.
There was a wheel missing. Oh, when were these guys done? If you're through to Q2 safely, just retire or something. Oh, never mind.
No.
Let's be on board Honey Badger as he dives into the pits. Never mind. Right, so everyone's in the pits now. They should all retire with 7 minutes to go. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hobo's doing that.
So, Orthodox was lucky enough then, because he, like you said, he retired at 123. Luckily, what happened to Matty GB and Tufties, luckily he's got through, because that could, he could have been sweating, he could have been out in the first qualifying.
Another thing I'd like to mention as well, Hobo Jenkins, who was the unfortunate person who was kicked out in the first... No, actually he wasn't here. Who was...
No, he wasn't here last week.
He wasn't here last week. I think it was Jake... No, it wasn't Jake. Jake actually qualified quite well. I think Manny GB crashed, Part-Time crashed, and both Toro Rossos. Yeah, that was it. And no, because we have a Honda coming out. Who's that? Who is that? Okay.
Well, what's up?
Someone's driven out, even though it says he's retired.
Have they?
Hmm.
I see 3 people left, Frog, ADs and Honey Badger, and all in the pits apparently. My screen.
No, Bossman's car has just driven out the pits and retired.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Who else is coming out? Oh, no, not both Toro.
Oh my god,
Both
the
Toro
others
Rossos are coming out. Are you
No!
Why?
No, not again!
What are you doing?
No, please don't.
Just no. I swear to God.
What? Why are they doing this again?
Kill them.
Why are they doing this again?
Well, you're giving me entertainment, guys, which I somewhat appreciate, but what are you doing? Are you parading both of your cars around? You've just wasted a set of tyres as well.
Are they going to try and give each other a slipstream or what? I don't know what's going on.
But why are you doing this? You're through to
I don't know
Q2! And you're racing again.
What are they doing?
Why do we bother? And you just made contact. It's actually, in some ways, this is really, really bad on... I don't even know...
Do these two even get on with each other? Or, I don't know what...
I don't think they do.
Oh my god. They're teammates and they're doing this again. I don't know if they do this for a laugh or what. I don't understand this at all.
It's not even clean racing at this point.
Oh my god.
Completely done with these two. For fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to put them in the message.
Yeah, they can't keep doing this every week.
Sorry guys, I'm going to have to send these guys a message to back it in.
Should have just retired ages ago. It could be on Q2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Matthew sending me a party?
Agreed, Ryan. Agreed.
Why was Ryan said?
I'll say afterwards. It's shame to see, because I mean they did it last week as, I guess, a laugh, but this is now getting beyond a joke.
Yeah, there's no
And to be
reason
honest,
to
I'm
do
not looking
this.
at it, so putting a disgrace to the league, I'm just not going to bother.
There's nothing else to look at though, that's the thing. Well, at least they haven't taken each other out this time. Oh, for God's sakes, no one's got off to spell it.
I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it. Well, I know what we'll talk about, and well, obviously, hasn't actually happened as much as I thought. Was the track limits for qualifying? Please tell me that's a manual retire. It is. Thank God. For God's sake. Sorry guys, I'm getting messages left, right, and centre. There we go. We are done with Q1, and those are the two drivers out. Matty GB, who crashed past the Lesmos, and Tavity Candy, whose controller unfortunately disconnected and couldn't get moving again. Fast Part Time didn't set a double thing because he's through anyway. But yes, let's through into Q2 where the action can properly start. Right, so the question is, Craig, I mean, Monza's not really, I say it's not really known for wet weather, apart from that race in 2008, which Vettel won amazingly. Are we going to get any, potentially, tonight? I mean, it's happened.
It could get rain, but personally, I don't want it to rain, because I think it's better in the dry.
We're missing someone.
Oh, that's...
Part-Time didn't set a time, did he?
We're missing two drivers. We're missing Part-Time and
who was the other one?
Oh, Bart was out anyway.
Bart
So it's just
retired, Dom
part-time.
didn't set a time.
You said Bart will come off.
Yeah, because he retired, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, so he would be out anyway.
But
so it's
I'm
part-time.
curious about Fast Part-Time.
He didn't set a lap time, did he?
No, he didn't.
So the game's automatically...
The game's
It's
automatically put him
qualified.
out.
Yeah, you need to do a lap time. He didn't do one.
Ah. Realised about that. Whoa, okay, Skyline. Alright. Medium
What?
tyres.
Medium tyres?
Okay.
He's doing it again. We did last week.
I don't think it will work this time, really.
No, well, you better compare the lap times to everybody else then. There's a mixture though. We've obviously got Skyline mediums, we've got some on supers, and we've got some on softs.
Quite a few in softs, yeah. Bultel, Floodlines, HRG, and Krog. All obviously drivers that expect themselves to be up the front, I think, because that's a strategy that, well, it's the preferred strategy, isn't it? Soft tyres and then super softs to the end. It's a one-stop easy.
Yeah, like, if you feel you're quick enough to get in the top 10, I'd start with softs, and yeah, then go on the quicker tyre at the end.
I wouldn't necessarily go mediums, because mediums are...
No.
No.
I completely agree with you with that.
Only if the tyre wear is really harsh, which at this track it isn't, is it?
No, tyre wear's fine around here.
Well, it's what he wants to do, and he done it last week. As I said, he did it last week on soft tyres, but that only worked in my view because of the rain, because both Renaults may have gone faster, but obviously the rain stopped all that. and he was ahead of both Renaults. So
Yeah, because I swear you can do a soft, super soft, or super soft, soft, no problem around here.
yeah, as I said, it's a one-stop easy, obviously, without any weather involved. So in this session, as Williams of HLG's let Hobo go flying through in the Sauber. So in this session, we are eliminating 3 drivers, of course. See if they don't crash. This seems to be a thing that's recurring
I hope
lately.
everybody sets, and I hope everybody sets a lap time so they don't have the same mistake that part-time did.
Right, so yes indeed, so we are retiring 3 drivers in this. Unorthodox was one of the drivers eliminated last time out in the Renault. Let's hope he can avoid it this time. Obviously others that may be under pressure, Hobo, obviously this first time into Q2. Obviously the first time he's actually done this system of qualifying, so that'll be interesting to see where he ends up. Other than that, I do think this top 10 is going to be quite competitive. I think even this session, I know we only eliminated 3, and I think the times will be quite close, as Joran sets 23.4 for the first lap.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive, definitely.
Nearly beaten by Hobo, actually, on a 23.2. Interesting.
I think those 2 will be battling to stay in the top 10, so we'll have to keep an eye on those times.
Quite potentially, but interesting that Hobo's got ahead of Joran.
Maybe Hobo's found a bit of pace around here.
I'm not trying to sound too surprised here. It's not anything against Hobo.
No,
It's just,
no, just where he's
surprising.
normally
There's
been. Yeah.
I just need to have the lap time now. A 21.8 on the softs. There we go,
Wow,
Krog.
that's quicker than his super software in the first session.
Well, maybe
very
he was just
impressive.
doing a lap just to get safely through in Q1, obviously. But yeah, that is
Yeah,
very
just
good for
banker.
Krog.
Yeah, very good.
Of course,
You
obviously,
know, he's 1.4 seconds quicker than the guy in supers. Alright, and he's done a 22.6, but still 8 tenths quicker.
not bad indeed. Obviously, you need to compare it with the other soft runs. As HLG goes sliding through Ascari there, completely sideways. Frantique on the supers is 2 tenths behind, so Krog definitely has some pace.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Frantique. He must have made a mistake. Surely Frantique can
Must
get
have
the
done, yeah.
21s.
Again, it's one of those you can only go safely through. As HLG goes at 22.999. Okay. Interesting. Skyline's done a 23.4 on mediums. That's not enough. You've got to go quicker than
No,
that.
he's got to go out on the softs. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad time on the mediums, but he's got to go out on a faster tyre.
No,
will be
no,
out.
it's too
Out of
competitive.
queue. He'll be out of queue to come back and put a faster tyre on.
Honey Badger goes 7th. His teammate, interesting, 80s, is 4th place. Hobo's in 3rd. Great stuff.
Wow, go Hobo. Go on,
Go on over, man. Yeah, this
He must have improved then, because he was only a couple of tenths quicker than Joran. Now he's done a 22.6, so he must have done another
an
lap.
eagle.
Oh,
There he
he's
goes.
gone wide on the grass. Oh, take it easy, don't go off. Went wide the first last mate. Oh god.
I've noticed Desert Eagle is behind the Force India at the moment. I don't know who the Force India is. Frantique actually, and Desert Eagles use that to his somewhat advantage to get some slipstream. And there's a Force India in the wall.
That's got to be Frantique.
No, can't be. Was it a Force India? Oh no, it's HLG. He's lost it at Ascari. It was a
no.
bright coloured car. I thought it was a Force India. It was in fact Williams. It was HLG. He's lost his. He did lose his front wing, and now he hasn't.
Oh, but Rise off again. He's got off on the last corner. Oh no, he's
he
got back in
hasn't.
the pits. That's the lag.
It's fine.
For some reason, he lagged. He was off the Parabolica, and now he's in the pit lane. Okay.
He came past
Definitely
me
not
with no
lag very
front
well.
wing, and now it's repaired. What?
No, alright.
Oh, never
Game's
mind.
messing up.
Mhm.
So, I'm surprised Bloodline's not done a lap yet, unless it was invalidated. Or is he coming around
Potentially.
doing one now?
Did- well, this is when the drivers are turning up the wick a little bit, as Floodlines does a 21.9 on the soft. Cannot match
Ooh.
Krog. So Krog is looking good.
I think it's going to be between these two at the moment for pole. let's see what Patel does.
Yeah, interestingly, Bulltail's only just coming out with 7 minutes to go.
I think that's brave, and he's coming out on softs as well.
Another message going.
55. Bossman goes a bit too deep into the second chicane. There's another one that hasn't set a lap time yet, or an Orthodox as well.
Yeah, Unorthodox is on a lap at the moment. Oh, slightly clips the grass on the second part of the Lesmos there, so very difficult.
Who would you say is safe? Who would you say is safe?
No one. No. Actually, I would say the top 3 maybe are certainly safe. Other than that, because you've got everyone in the...
cut the Ascari bend and he's got the validated lap time. And I think Bossman's going to try to use the slipstream here.
Yeah, he certainly is. Yeah, I'd say the top 3 are certainly safe. Anything below that will probably need to come out again.
Yes, I agree with you there. There's a big gap between 3rd and 4th.
Both of them validated their laps. Bossman only did a 23.6.
So the pressure's on both of them here.
They had time though. There's still 6 minutes left. They've got time.
Yeah, so, but what I mean is they haven't set a lap time yet, and they're just going to have one run to go out and do that time, and they're right outside the top 10. So
that's the pressure, isn't it?
Yeah.
The strategy I would go with full qualifying, and I mean obviously full qualifying wasn't used last week, and it is being used this week for F1, but unfortunately I'm not going to be around because I'm working. The strategy I would use for Q1 and Q2. Q1, if we're using Q1 obviously, if enough people are present, you just need a lap to safely go through. You don't really need to push that hard. Q2 you need to push a little bit higher, but once you're safely through, that's it. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do much more. Q3 is where you push, obviously. The low fuel. Right. You need to push absolutely hard to try and get pole.
These two are going to be careful here. As they go side by side to the last corner. I want to see it. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. And Orthodox has gone wide.
Came off.
Yeah. I was a bit worried that it was going to happen. And now Bossman has set a lap time, but he's out inside the top 10 now, though.
Yeah, 23.7. It wasn't enough. Major front runner to set a time on the soft tyres. Very clean for Ascari.
Ascari's been
helmet.
Onto
nice
soft
helmet, actually.
Let's see what Hobo's going up to. I think he's the first person to come out again. Yeah.
Interesting how it's only Hobo, but we've still got 4 minutes 40 left to go, so plenty of time. But Bugtail is going across the line. It's not going to be fastest. It's a 22.3. They safely through on the soft tyres.
Well, at least it's good for the Hobo. He's got most of the whole track to himself and no traffic.
Let's ride on board with him actually as he begins his lap in the... I used to hate the Sauber. I'm kind of starting to like it. Now I've left it, but you know. But here we go. As he goes down into turn 1. Let's see how many miles an hour he's got. 215 miles an hour at the end of the straight. That's good stuff. Down into second gear. Very clean for the first chicane. But don't... Again, I said I'm better at... I'm better at names, but not really. As we go down into the second chicane. Now this one is very, very tricky because if you hit the curbs, any of them, that's going to send your car sideways, and it has done.
Oh.
And Hobo, he spun it. Just as
I
said.
Bossman has moved up into 9th, so Skyline and Joran are now
10.
outside the top 10. Only badges 10.
Only badges 10, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Bossman is up to 9th.
Bossman 9th, yeah. He's only just got 9th. He's gone 2,000 quicker than Honey.
Oh, wow. And Hobo's...
Hobo, yeah, that's manual retirement, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
that's going to be so tight. Right, who's this guy that's showing? Oh no, that's not him, is it?
What?
There's a guy called GC something.
That's guy Cunnington. Oh, are you kidding me? I knew we should have locked it down.
Said GC something, but
that's guy Cunnington. Yes, it is.
We can't kick him out, so...
No. It's because the lobby wasn't locked down.
Yeah, but it's a good thing
It
it
should
was,
have
or
been.
Jake would have not joined.
Yeah,
So
good point actually.
So what do we do then? Because if he races and he gets involved with anybody, what are we going to do about it? You're going to send? Should we send a message to Skyline or?
Unless he leaves, the only other option is restarting the whole thing again. But it definitely was GC, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking straight away. I think it's Guy Cunnington. Well, he sent him an invite to the lobby. And he's Shadow Sniper.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, he's left.
Well, it's the problem when he got it on friends only, but it's one of those things where
You need it
think
really,
as soon
in
as-
case somebody lags on, you need to get back in. I thought we would have got the message by now he's not in the league anymore.
unless he was invited by someone. And Orthodox has retired, so he seems to be happy with his, well, would be 13th.
Well, he hasn't set a lap time, he must have validated his lap time surely.
Yeah, probably. IGD Skyline, yeah, he is on the soft. So that's on minus mediums, but never mind.
Yeah, same here, but he's definitely on the softs.
And now loads of people are joining. They're on someone's friends list, obviously. So, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. This is annoying. It's annoying because.
Oh look, it's crashing and come back on the track.
Right, so Skyline has improved his time to a 23.1, but it's not enough. By 300ths, it's not enough. Bossman has retired, so he's right on the bubble. Honey Badger is there as well. Is he going to improve? He is, I think. 22.8. Yes, he does. Pops up to 8th place. And that puts HLG on the bubble.
It's all down to Skyline now.
HLG goes 4th on the Super Softs. Changed his strategy. Obviously, he realised he was in danger, so he's knocked Bossman out. John is.
I'm surprised
has yet-
Skyline has not gone out of Supers.
He's on softs though, and he's got 1 lap. This is his lap, and he's got to improve by 300. So he's got to make sure he doesn't cut a Scari, which would be the thing there. Very, very cautious, sliding sideways through every part of the corner, really. As I
All I can
said,
see is him with a Toro Rosso right behind him. Can you see that?
yeah, it's 80s. 80s using it. Oh, 80s was looking to the inside. You don't want to be racing him. You're safely through. Skyline won't be very happy about that. Oh, whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Is that what's happened there?
Skyline braked, and that's flight. Oh my god! What on earth has happened there? He braked because I was on board with him. He braked right in front of 80s, and he's taken them both into the wall, and he's out.
He must have not been
Well-
happy. 80s being right behind him all that time.
And there was no need to brake like that.
No.
There's no need to brake like that at all. He would have been safely through. But he's out, and as is Bossman, so there you are. There's the top 10. Hobo in 6th place. Great stuff with 80s, Toro Rossos. Toro Rossos are both through, both Mercedes. Great stuff. So, there's your top 10. Ready to fight for pole position. Message from Ryan. So we're ready for the pole position shootout here in
What did Brian
Monza.
say?
Yeah, I said Guy Cunnington to join and he noticed.
Okay.
But anyway, we need to gloss over that. I'm sure, well, if there is a problem, then we'll just have to simply restart the thing on a grid. That will just have to be done as a Mercedes of Desert Eagle is the first to set out in this 12-minute session for pole position. So obviously Master Krog showed a lot of pace. Floodlines was very close to him on the soft tyres. So that was great to see. As Hades is now left. Why has he done that?
Who's left?
Hades.
I don't
He's
know.
involved with Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. Few messages jumping left, right, and centre. Few attentions are growing a little bit high at the moment, but yes, we need to carry on. Obviously, we'll talk about that afterwards. I noticed Desert Eagle has got #1 on his Mercedes. He's obviously won the World Championship in his career mode.
Yep.
Interesting. Right, so let's ride on board finally with a driver to set a lap, because it was on this. The pressure's on you, Desert Eagle, as he goes across the line to start his lap. Now obviously we're going to be looking anything in the 21s for pole position. Can he get anywhere near that as he goes into first chicane, 215 miles an hour. It goes down into turn 1. He would enter the first part of the chicane in 3rd gear actually, which put him off. So not exactly the smoothest run through there. Now completely flat out through this long right hander into the 2nd chicane, which again, like what Hobo did, gotta be careful of the curbs. And this time, Eagle avoided the curbs. He's actually eased off. Okay, Eagle. Fair enough. Probably noticed the pressure. Anyone else on the lap? Frantique. There you go. Right, so let's see what he can do. Go down into the first chicane. Is he faster? 216 miles an hour as he goes into there, but he went far too deep into the first part. Had to get on the brakes very heavily. Just about managed to keep it on. Now going into the 2nd chicane, which has caused trouble for quite a few drivers lately. Let's see how Frantique takes it, braking just before the 50-meter board. Click the first apex, and he's gone sideways. Every time I watch a driver into the 2nd chicane, it goes wrong, and he's now eased off.
I told you it's not easy. I tell people it's difficult to get it wrong.
Yeah, Eagle has done a 24.8 on his first lap. There's a lot more time
Very
now.
quick.
Bloodlines. He's going through the Lesmos. Nice, interest. 22.2 for Hobo. What a lap.
That's better than last time. It's 4 times quicker, so
That's
great
good.
lap.
As I said though, 121s could be there, but that's a very decent time. As HLG is the first one to break it, 21.9. Good stuff from him. As Hobo goes for a scar, he's done that very well. Unless the game says it's corner cut, which is often the case. But as he's now coming down to Parabolica, one of the most famous corners, arguably in Formula 1, 5th gear, holding the card, taking a very nice line. Next Rio can do is going to be slower than HLG actually. It's a 22.2.
Oh wow.
So not bad from
He's definitely made a
Bloodlines there,
mistake
but yeah, definitely made a mistake. Let's see what Desert Eagle could do. It's a 2nd and a bit up on his
Rob's
time.
got in the
Obviously not
pits
with
because he
HLG.
invalidated his lap time, so he's lost a lap.
Yeah, not bad. As Eagle goes through Parabolica. Not going to be anywhere near the 21s. It's a 23.8. It goes there. Frantique did a 25.8 on his first time, and I joined him and he made another mistake.
Well,
So-
if some of these drivers keep making mistakes, get validated lap times, we can have quite a mixed up grid here. Somebody who don't
Indeed, but
really
here comes Bulltown, the Mercedes, another bit for pole position. He's coming through Parabolica very nicely, slightly sideways though, which might hinder his speed as he goes down. What's it going to be? It's a 21.4. There we go.
Oh, yeah, we go.
24.4 for Bulltown.
There's the benchmark.
Lays down the marker.
Still not the quickest time we've seen today, though. With Floodlines 21.3, so it is beatable.
It is beatable. It's all about nailing the lap, though. As Floodlines is going into the pits for another attempt. Hobo continues on his lap, even though he did a 2-minute. But he's still got plenty of time. Again, very competitive stuff between the top 4. Or actually, second, third, and fourth actually spread by 3 tenths.
Hobo's just gone flying over the curves in the first chicane on the gravel. Luckily, no damage done.
Yeah, he's fine. I think he needs to venture back to the pits to get a new set of tyres. The battle once again. So Krog and both Toro Rosso are actually AD's unfortunately disconnected, so I don't think
he's come back. He's coming back.
Unless it puts him back in the car.
Should do. He definitely come up saying he's joined. And Honeybatch hasn't set a lap time either, so we've still got 3 people that haven't set a lap time yet.
Indeed. Oh, and Bull Towers, how on earth has he survived that? He's lost it at Parabolica.
What's he done?
He's lost the Parabolica going back to the pits, and I joined him in face long in the wall.
Well, he's a very lucky guy then.
Indeed. Hobo is just going back to the pits. 4th place for Hobo would be his best qualifying, if he stays there. Would be his best qualifying by a long way. I think his best is actually 8th, if I remember rightly, in Russia, or something like that. But he's been nowhere near the top 5. Obviously, he has a lot of effort in his driving and is improving all the time.
I don't think Hobo's ever been in the top 10 before, has he? This is his first Q3.
Hang on, guys, just need to send a message.
Frantic's going to be the first driver to come across the line in a minute to start a lap time. He surely will go quicker than a 125 and be going for pole position as he is the championship leader.
Sorry guys for delay in the stream, just sending a message to that, making sure those that have joined, those are on their friends list, because that's obviously what it is, they join by their friends list.
Yeah.
Those that have joined, if they cause any issues, then unfortunately we may have to restart. We don't want that to happen, obviously. So send a message in the chat to see if they can ask their friends quotation marks, to leave. So Krog is under a little bit of pressure as he's actually come out of Sauber there. So Krog and Frantic a little bit of pressure. ADs did actually get back into the lobby, which is good to see. So is Bulltail going to be the first one? I believe it is. Yes, it is. So Bulltail's
at the moment.
Yeah, Bulltail is going to be the first driver. Well, it's going to actually, yeah, Floodlines, as you say, it's going to be the first driver to set a lap. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him. Trying to get some space. He's trying to get some He's trying to get some sneaky little slipstream from the Toro Rosso, which was coasting on the back straight there. That could have ended in tears.
Yellow in sector 3.
That was the Toro Rosso going slow. Floodlines 21.4. Oh, only just.
Yeah. Oh wow.
He only just takes pole by 200ths, but that Bulltail will see that and it'll be an immediate challenge. Challenge accepted. Let's see what he can do. Goes through the second chicane. Whoa, very close to the gravel on that second part. challenge has been set. Can anyone else challenge for pole position? Can Frantic and Krog get in there? Or a little bit over the curbs on the second Lesmo. To see whether he's up on his time. Going down to Ascari. Remember, he's got to keep it clean, otherwise the lap is gone. As he goes through, doesn't say whether he's up or not. He's very wide for the first part, and that could have ruined it actually. He's got enough time for another lap. Does Baltel, and I don't think that's going to be the time he's looking for. Here comes Frantique, and he's 3.5 seconds up apparently, which will put him a 22.3 only, so he's got to find some more time in Parabolica. But they're down to 4th gear actually, which is different than everybody else. Let's see what he goes through. It's going to be a 21. This actually, yes, on 1 in Valero.
Oh!
Frantique's in trouble. Frantique's a big... One more lap. As Floodlines sits at 21 heads. 21 Z, although it says a 21.1, but never mind. And goes at 21. Floodlines has 10th more than anybody else can. As Hades jumps into 4th place in a 21.9, the times are flooding through now. HLG, Honey Badger's gone 4th. Honey Badger's gone 4th with 21.8, so both Toro Rossos are scarily close to one another. Here comes HLG. Crossing the line now. Does he improve? A 21.5 goes P4. Everyone wants P4. Baltel has retired. His work is done. Can anybody else get anywhere close? Joran is 10th up on his time. The times are really competitive and very close. And there's a Sauber. Oh no, it's Mercedes. Baltel's lost it. I thought he manually retired, or was that Desert Eagle?
That's Desert Eagle. That's Desert Eagle. That's Desert Eagle.
Yeah, Honey Badger has retired. Frantique's work is done. He got a 21.1 actually. Frantique jumped up to 2nd on a 21.1. So he got very close.
But what's Krog going to do? He's going to about set another lap. Oh yeah.
21.2.
Oh wow.
He improves. He improves, but not enough. Bobo, AEDs, and HLG on a lap still. As HLG, oh no, the first part of the Sky threw him off, and he's in the wall. He's lost it. Wheel gone. Lap done.
6th place will still be good for him, though.
6th place, very good for HLG, but he won't be happy with the way that ended. And Hobo crosses the line. P8 for Hobo, which is his best qualifying. He dropped down a little bit. They still will be very happy with that. In and around the ballpark of some experienced drivers there, ahead of Joran and Desert Eagle. But yes, it is going to be Floodlines who takes pole position. We're obviously waiting for the time to expire by the end of the session.
This is going to be a very close race.
21.001, nearly in the 20s. I mean, it came up on the bottom left-hand screen. It was a 21 dead exactly. It says on the race on the timings on the top left, 21.001. So we'll see what the race director says. Frantique and Krog getting very close. Baltel on a 21.4 is nice. 80's 5th on a 21.5, just ahead of HLG and Honey Badger. So both Toro Rossos will at least have a Williams in between them to shield them, I guess.
Yes.
Bobo in 8th in the Sauber. And then it was Joran and Haas. Yeah, Joran and Haas, and then Desert Eagle at 10th. But my goodness me, another qualifying session, and it is a 21 dead. There we go. Brilliant stuff. Can you take a screenshot, please, Craig, just in case?
Yep.
Just in case we need to restart. I hope we don't.
Definitely the
Desert Eagle. Desert Eagle, I told you not to watch the stream, please. So can you please do that? And
he's left.
Guy Cunnington has left. Yay!
Yes.
I'm so happy. Oh, and he
That's
has.
good.
Right, so there we go. It's a 21 dead for Floodlines. So I believe that is his 5th pole position this season. That'll be good.
No, that's already a point for him already gained on Frantique, so now he needs to hopefully go on and win the race and close that championship gap down.
And we do have a dry qualifying Dry qualifying?
Yeah,
Dry
we've got
race.
a dry race, yes. And we have 18 drivers now with Jake in the race. I'll tell you what, I'll be
Even
interested to
possible.
see how far Matty GB goes up the grid, because, you know, he's supposed to have good pace around
Yes,
here,
yes.
so...
He'll be one to watch, but the problem for him is we've got a very, very narrow first corner. And obviously
Yeah,
we've got
but,
the second chicane to sort out any troubles.
but the good thing is at the back, so he doesn't have to worry about people up braking or anything. He can avoid all the carnage at the start. So that's one good thing
Indeed,
for him.
Desert Eagle has readied up.
Oh, dear.
Unfortunately, that might be a penalty coming his way. He should know this by now. If you're still watching the stream, Desert Eagle. Yep, basically. But let's hope everyone is here. Let's hope we have a very clean race. That's what we want here today. It's been great qualifying, as it was last week. Let's hope we have a good race in store. Let's hope we have no problems, no lag start, no nothing, please. Thank you, game, very much. Right, let us go. 4, 5, red lights for the Italian Grand Prix. And lights out, and away we go. Matty GB jumped through.
Bit of a laggy
Drive
start
through
there.
a jump start. Seems to be an even start all the way through. He's going into turn 1. Krog has taken the lead away, and there's a Toro Rosso in there as he go flying into turn 1.
Oh,
Can please be clean. There's a Red Bull gone through.
Headlights taking the
There's a
lead.
Red Bull gone through, but looks to be relatively clean at the start. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. There's cars off.
Oh, Patel's at the back.
Kobo.
Patel's at the back.
Yep.
Oh my god.
There's a few yellow flags as well as we go down into the second chicane. I need to jump straight back up as Mercedes is on the infield.
Oh
Desert
my
Eagle.
god.
He's spot.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Absolute carnage. Toro Rosso's off somewhere. Oh my god, it's absolute carnage at the back.
Both Mercedes have been absolutely through the walls. They're at the back of the grid. But a very
there's a Toro Rosso.
chaotic
He's
start.
Wide, hit the wall. Oh, and he's out. The wheel's off. That's Honey
Yeah,
Badger.
Honey
Badger's
Badger, I'm
out.
afraid.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, there's bits flying everywhere. Oh, but there's somebody else out as well, I think.
Jake
oh
Piper,
my
yeah.
god. Absolute carnage near the mid outside. Oh wow.
Outside of the back, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolute carnage. But look at Matty GB,
Trusty
he's up
boss
to
man.
9th already. From me at the back, he's up
10th
to
for mine
9th.
actually.
Is he? Oh, he's 9th for mine. Okay, great.
Mine, Floodlines,
Oh, no,
Floodlines meantime is looking up on the inside. Master Krog, they're going into turn 1. They do have very clean race. 80s is up ahead of Frantique and HRG, but Frantique is going to be alongside 80s. He's pushing him. Driving from the Toro Rosso. Frantique's going to be a bit miffed to say the least. Or give him the space, please.
That's messed up for me. A's is first on mine, and apparently he's right at the back or something.
No,
no, that's sorted out.
Got tapped. He got tapped from Frantique in the second chicane. He's kept the position. I don't think he should. And HLG's lagging through.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Don't know what's going on there. The top two have gone now.
Yes, a tiny bit frame rate, Floodlines and Master Grove. Remember, on the soft tyres, they're pulling away from 80s, who's kind of holding up Frantique. So Frantique's not going to be very happy, but obviously 80s is just running his race, trying to get through. HLG's with them in 5th. Skyline is 6th, stuck in his medium tyres, and he's in 6th place. So see how he ends up in his strategy. Yeah, unorthodox 7th as well.
Wow, there's been a lot of changes. I need to have all these position changes.
In a lot of trouble as Floodlines is in the slipstream of Mastercard. The car's jumping about slightly as he goes into turn 1, but thinks better of it. Krog goes very deep actually through the first part. Bulltail sets the fastest lap, probably slipstream related.
Yeah, I'm very impressed
This
with
is the battle for the lead.
Matty.
Here comes Floodlines, just the tiniest bit of space on the inside. Can he get it stopped in time? He does. Lock off the tyres. They're both side by side. No. Krog had to cut the chicane. Lets the position through.
Yeah, he had to get the position there.
Safety car. Safety car.
What for?
Possibly all the debris.
Yeah, it was absolute carnage near the back.
Oh, and Frantique. Frantique's got a 5-second penalty.
Collision
Rear
with
collision with
80s.
80s.
Oh, okay. That's going to change it a lot now.
Yeah, they got to keep a. Obviously, we'll see how that happened before, but he's got to keep the space, got to keep cool. He's got damage actually. Those flood lines. There's damage on his front left wing, I believe.
Yeah, I did. I've
And he's
to see
why
him
is he
touch
jumping
the back
forward?
roll.
Come on, guys, keep the space in between each other. Safety car conditions here for the race guy Cunnington has joined. Too late, mate. You can't join the race. So ha. Right. So safety car. What is this going to do? People change their strategy. Frantic's
in the pits.
He had damage. Oh, speeding in the pit lane. Oh, it's gone from bad to worse.
Oh no.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, it's just come up on mine now. Yeah, this is going terrible for him. That's going to be another 5 seconds added.
And Desert Eagle's done it as well into the pit lane. It's a very difficult pit lane round
we
here.
did say this was going to happen, so we did say it.
Yeah.
No surprise.
You don't get indication of how fast you're going into the pits until very, very late. So
actually, I'm a bit surprised though, because we are on the safety car conditions. Not like we're on race conditions. Actually, just speed in the pit lane.
yeah, it's just something that can be done. It's just the way it is. Right, so with a lull in the procedures, a very hectic start. Fast Spark Time's already made 2 stops just to sum it all up.
Oh wow!
Well done. But let's have a look at the position change. Krog up 1, 80's up 2, HD up 2, Skyline up 7, Unorthodox up 7 as well, Bossman up 4, Bart up 5, Frantique obviously the loser of all that, down 8 places as is Bulltail. Manny GB had an initial good start, dropped down a bit, but he's up 5, Tufty County's up 4, and then you had all the others that have had problems in this.
Look at that Skyline
start.
in 4th on the mediums. You got Bossman in 6th on the mediums. So, you know, they could be in there later on with the faster tyre. So,
but interestingly, with the safety car, actually, here's a question: with the tyre wear as not as severe as it is, would you pit this early?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
No, I think it's a bit too early. Because I feel
it's a bit.
Yes, Frantic can go to the end of the mediums probably, but he's going to be under serious threat when the guys come off with fresh tyres, and they will be on quicker tyres as well. So he's you know, he'll have the advantage for now, but it's, you know, it's a good track to overtake as well.
Indeed. He is the first of the guys that have pitted, and as you said, he is on the medium tyre, isn't he? Yes, he is. Desert Eagle speeding in pit lane again.
Oh
He's done it
God.
twice. He's pitted twice. Low down. So let's see the ones that have pitted. So Frantique's pitted. He's on mediums. As you said, he could go to the end. Whether he will be a question. I mean, I think he will try to, being as he's on the mediums. Manny GB has pitted as well. Probably for damage. He's on super softs. As Hobo collided with Bossman, he's got a penalty.
Okay.
You got to keep the space in these safety car because
Desert Eagle's retired.
you don't know. Yeah, he's probably a bit miffed with the speeding in the pit lane stuff.
Okay, I've just seen the safety car lag onto the gravel and then come back to the track. That's a bit worrying.
It's fine. This is just you. Everything's normal on my screen.
I hope so. I don't want somebody
It is.
dying in the safety car.
It is.
That's why I don't want to see
It
another
is,
barrel
it's
roll
cool.
like Hotel
The-
did
the- the only-
in Russia, so I don't want that again.
The only driver that is lagging, which is normal, is HRG. So don't
Yeah,
worry, it's fine.
that's about right. That's
Fine.
I'm right. That Skyline lags a bit sometimes on my screen as well. So
Skyline lags a little bit, yes. But is the safety car going to be in this lap? Obviously, that's another thing that we don't know. I don't think it is because floodlines
No,
are
the
not
lights
back
the
in the
lights
field
still
up.
flashing. Well, the lights are
Oh,
off.
as
That's when the safety car comes in.
Skyline, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Skyline, come on. It went completely far out in parabolic, actually. As Bossman and I believe a Salvo, by the looks of it, has gone into the pits.
Okay.
Potentially for damage.
Interesting. They'll go on the soft set, surely.
Potentially for damage or change of strategy. There's a Ferrari at the right at the back of
Matty
the field, which the
GB's come
Tifosi
in
don't
as
want to see.
well.
interesting little strategy. Yeah, as I was saying with the safety car in this game now, obviously this has changed from previous games. In previous games you had a limiter on all the time to reduce your speed, and you couldn't go any faster than that. That kept the space between the cars. This time you're allowed to freely do whatever you want to do, so you don't know what the car's going to do in front.
I normally give the car in front a good amount of space so I don't hit the back of them. Because you don't want to be slamming.
Yeah, there's no brake lights on this. There's no brake lights in these cars, so you can't tell when they're slowing down. So you've got to give them at least a second, at least a car length. Because, you know, and of course you've got lag as well. You have no idea what the car in front's going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So the race is somewhat reset. Interestingly, Bart is ahead of Frantique. Now, will Bart let Frantique through, do you reckon, under the safety car
know,
start?
especially when he's asked to join my team. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh yeah, you let the cat out of the bag. A little transfer news going on.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Bart, the team owner in front of Force India, has to agree to this transfer, as does himself. As Hobo's now left.
Safety car's coming in. Safety car is coming in. The lights are off.
Yeah, safety car in this lap. So Floodlines is there. When is he going to go? Let's be on board with Master Krog. Let's see on the safety car restart. It's interesting. I didn't expect to be a safety car round.
Is that Toro Rosso
here we go.
Is that my connection? Because I didn't see a Toro Rosso go on.
No, don't see anything. As HLG's lost it. HLG's lost it.
That's not lag, is it?
He's lost it on the safety car.
Oh
yep.
no.
He's lost it on the safety car just as
How
the
did he lose
safety car came in.
Car?
Matty GB ignored drive-through penalty, disqualified from session. Matty GB's gone.
Oh my god, it's gone worse for Williams.
Oh my god, ignoring yellow flag as well. HLG's retired. Okay.
That's terrible for Williams. Majora's got 5 seconds stop-go penalty.
Yeah, so the safety car's completely and wrecked the Williams' race. That is such a shame because HLG was actually doing very well, very high up, but he lost it at the end of Parabolica, and he is out of the race. Matty GB, I don't know what happened with that. The drive-through just completely ignored it. Obviously, you've got to take it no matter what. There we go.
I'll tell you what I am shocked about though. Fast part-time is still in the race and he's in the points. That is big shocking news.
Still a long way to go. So 20 laps to go, you know. Oh, where's it? Hades! Hades, he's sideways! Hades, he's sideways off of Parabolica. Could he spot it? Whoa! Good thing they ghost. Jesus. Oh, and now Brent, no! Bart's lost it. Bart's lost it on Parabolica and he's gone.
There's McLaren off as well. Fosterman has lost it as well.
Oh. Goodness me, we're going to have another safety car, aren't we?
We've not even done a lap yet.
I'm very surprised it's not.
4 people out. Oh,
on Orthodox has spun it. Frantique's collide. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he has
me.
as well.
On Orthodox is tired.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Tom's coming in. Part-time's coming in the pits. He must have damage.
Another race where we're dropping people left, right, and centre.
And the thing is, it's not even raining. Can't even blame that either.
I know, it's just dry. It's just completely dry. Just safety cars obviously thrown these guys because, apart from a few odd incidents, it was fine. But safety cars come in and it's completely gone. So Alliance makes a little mistake trying to get away from Krog. But after all that, Ryan's third.
On the mediums as well, doing great so far. The way we started.
Yeah, Frantique is the first one to... No, Bulltail's the first one to have stopped, but he's on soft tyres. He's managed to get past Frantique at some point. That's good for
surely.
Good for him. As there's another Taurus, all completely sideways. Tufty trying to go through to get pushed onto the grass from Hades. A little bit rude. DRS enabled now. Hades again sideways. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's lost Parabolica. He's sideways.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Well, the top two have dropped Skyline very quickly. They're already like 4 seconds ahead of him.
Yes, indeed.
And Aiden's
I
left
do
the
think
session.
we're going to be. Yeah, I do think we're going to be quite busy at the end of this, Craig. I just had that
Yes. Yeah,
serious
I
feeling.
got-
As Floodline's
yeah.
gone far
He's
too
got
deep.
the
Second
gravel.
chicane, and
He's
he's
got the gravel.
yeah, Krog's through.
Frog takes the lead.
Oh, this interesting battle of wits between these two. Obviously, Floodline's a little bit of pressure. Whether he just made a slight mistake, but Krog is through.
That's
Into the
chicane.
lead now.
If you get that awkward and click that certain bump, it puts you into the gravel. And Honey Badger's left. Oh, he was at ages ago, wasn't he? So that's alright.
Yes, he has. Osman, another penalty. Safety car again.
Is it? Yeah, it's come
Yeah,
up now.
safety car again. And
Now,
Ryan has
would
lost
you-
it at the end of the...
Has he?
Ryan's
Oh,
lost it at the
God.
edge of Ascari. Yeah, he's got damage on his front wing.
Yeah, I hate Sky
Another
around
safety
this one.
car.
Oh my god, it's hard.
Is
We're
Krog
not
going
letting
to
people
pit?
left.
Krog pits. Krog pits. Floodline's
Yeah,
third.
I would cut to mediums now. Just get the mediums on.
Hotel goes through.
And I
Skyline
know
pits.
Frantique's already pitted, but... Oh, he's gone for sinkers, has he? Has he gone for softs again?
He was on the softs, yeah. Even though Race
He's-
Director says, oh my god.
He's gone on for another set of softs, so he's got to pit again. Okay, right, was not expecting that.
Right, so
But
interestingly,
actually,
Hobo's
that's not
stayed.
bad. He's had to come out in fourth. That's great. That's a good position to come in.
He on super softs.
He's on softs on mine.
I might again the same thing with Belgium, where the tyres say different.
It says
to-
he's on softs and he's got softs on my screen.
It's on super soft on mine.
Oh, for God's sake.
Dear.
I'm gonna have a look at the race director.
Right.
Yeah, softs. It's got softs on mine on race director.
All right, so the race directive is as it should, but it's just what you see on the screen is not.
Well, can you see super softs on your screen then?
Yep.
So you're having the problem that I had last week. Okay, right.
I had it a little bit. I had it a little bit. HLG's car in particular was changing coloured tyres as he went round.
No,
So,
Crofts
let's
gonna have
take,
to come again. I need to have a recap where everybody is. It's absolutely carnage.
Yeah, let's take stock while we have time here. So Floodline's in the lead. He did not pit under the safety car, and he's actually the only driver who's yet to pit out the entire field. Interestingly, so that's interesting to have a look at there. Hotel is second. He has stopped, but I believe he may have to stop again. I actually think he will have to on the soft tyres. Joan has pitted. He doesn't need to pit again, I do believe, because he's on the mediums. He pitted quite early under the first safety car, so he may get trouble at the end. But he's in third. And then you've got Krog. Believe it or not, he's on the soft tyres. On the screen
Definitely
it
on the
says
soft
super
tyres.
soft.
Definitely on the softs.
Definitely soft tyres. So he can go to the end, I think, from there.
No, he can't.
So his
start
first
on the
target will be
softs.
Joran.
He started
Oh,
on
of
the softs.
course, yes. Yes, he will have to
So
pit
he'll
again.
come in for supers.
Hobo's pitted. He's on soft tyres. Ryan is also pitted. He's now on the super softs. He will definitely have to pit again.
Yes.
As does Tufty. I'm just trying to look of who weren't Frantic really, and he's in 8th.
He's pitted, hasn't he, on the softs now?
Yes, and he can get to the end from there, can't he?
Yes. Should do, yes.
This is what two safety cars does. People
I think
just
he,
change their
I think
mind
his
on the
tyres
fly.
will be pretty worn out by the end of the race, though.
So would you say anybody on mediums now would be a good thing?
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely get to the end.
Okay. Okay, so the only one who's, believe it or not, he's made 3 stops.
What is
the
it,
only
part-time,
one.
and not even-
Yeah.
Could we say that? Well, I don't know if I want to say it or not, but could part-time have a chance
He has to
get
keep
on a
with
podium?
he has to keep with the field though. If
Could he,
wants to do very
could
well,
he get a
but
podium? Could he have a chance to get a podium if everybody else got to a pit stop? Wow.
might be possible. By the way, I believe we only have Is Bossman still here? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's in
Ladies
10th.
is not here, I believe.
No, so everybody's
So
gonna
we
get a
have
point.
10.
Yeah, everybody's gonna get
Unless
a
you
point.
crash.
Yes.
Uh,
I still don't think we're gonna
it's
end
weird.
up with 10.
Yeah, it's weird. I did not think for 1 second, thinking, oh, it's Monza today. I didn't think for 1 second we were going to have a lot of retirements, so we do.
Well, there was carnage at the start, wasn't there? And then there are some certain corners you can lose it, like the second Esmo, Scary Bend. I seem to lose it quite a bit. I'm not surprised.
The thing is with those chicanes, the curbs are very violent, isn't it? All it would take is one person in front of you to hit those curbs and go sideways, and then that could cause a few problems, couldn't it?
Yeah, but the back end seems to want to go on those certain corners if you put the power a bit down too early and don't get the right line. And then there's nothing you can do about it. And the thing is, the second Esmo is, if you lose it, it'll fly you into the right hand side, the left hand side of the wall. So, you've just got no chance.
Now, bearing in mind that the next Grand Prix will be around Singapore, I believe.
Oh, so there you go, we're going to have more carnage.
Yes. Can you imagine we have less safety cars in Singapore than we actually get in Monza?
I'm guaranteed
really
we get
weird.
at least
But the
one
safety car. Yeah, the safety car is going to be in on this lap of Floodlines.
Yep.
And again, it's going to be doing a safety car restart. But this time he has Bulltail for company. So, a lot of different strategies going on. I think quite a lot of people here are going to be confused. I'm confused. But what it does do is unpredictability. So, we've got 15 laps to go in this race. Let's see how it ends up. Floodlines are just waiting. Goes exactly the same time as he did last time. Let's hope everyone goes through. Don't put the power on too early, because otherwise HRG will be beyond. And goodness me, Hobo was completely slow, completely off guard. He's 2 seconds back from anyone else in 5th place. So he hasn't done that very well. And there's a Ferrari who's on the inside of Tufty. It's fast part time. Can he get the brake stop in time? Yes, he can. Oh,
nice.
Tufty.
Well done.
Very nice. He's into 8th place. Trying to keep up with Frantique, who I believe won't stop again. As Krog is on the inside of Joran. Can he get this move done? Yes, he can. Very nice, clean through.
Had to get that done quick.
Yeah, so really his...
And he's now going to be on much fresher tyres than Floodlines and Patel. So he should easily catch up to these guys.
Hobo in 5th. Meantime, has got Skyline and Frantic all over the back of
Oh
him.
my
Going down to
God.
Skyline is looking for the inside of Hobo. Hobo's still in front. Skyline go for the dive. No contact.
Oh no.
Oh goodness
Skyline
me.
was not side by side with him in that corner. They kind of tapped the
way.
back of Hobo, and they both got round. So it's a racing incident. It wasn't Hobo's fault. He did not close it on him or anything. It was that slight tap around the sky and you go round.
It's a very optimistic move, I
But
must
look
say.
what happened now. Fast part time is up to 6th position now.
This is ridiculous, isn't it?
For some reason, he's showing super sauce when it says he's on mediums as well. As it gets
He's on mediums. He's on mediums. Just go by the
right,
race director.
He's showing super sauce.
Great masters.
Wow. Go on front parts, man.
It's amazing, actually. I said to myself, I thought he would score more points after Hungary. But he's on course at the moment for 8 points, which would be his best position, obviously. But
And now this is
That's
getting
me.
interesting for the now. It's a three-way battle now for the lead. This Krog has got to the back of him very quickly.
I remember again, Frantic has yet to only one who hasn't. And
No,
he's holding his bag
Floodlines,
as
you mean.
Bulltail makes a massive mistake.
Oh.
And Krog is going to be all over and going down into Ascari. Bulltail covers the inside. Krog sways to the right and had to sort of break off, otherwise he would have spun it. I mean, in chase, but Bulltail seems to be struggling behind
Patel's
the
on the
DSL, the
super
McLaren.
softs?
Oh, it's softs.
I know, but it's
Soft.
so confusing.
Okay, race director. Look at the... Believe me, I'm confused. It says on the race director it's softs, but when you're
I
right on the
believe,
board
yeah, I'm
it's supers.
trusting the racing director, but just seeing it on the
Just
screen.
blame pit-lane co-masters. Right, so DRS is enabled, and actually, am I right in saying we haven't had a DRS lap? Every time there is, safety car comes back out.
Not many of them we haven't, no. So the DRS has not really
No.
been in effect at all.
Tufty in
Scarlet's
the
got
pits
past Tufty.
as we stand.
Okay.
Yeah, Tufty's in the pits now. Last
Oh, the
part time,
first-
3-second corner
no.
cut. I kind of wish there was Hobo speed in the pit lane as well.
Oh no.
And fast part time coming out the pits. Oh no, he wasn't in the pits. He just spun it all by himself.
There he is. Oh no, come on. You've had a great chance.
No, he's on the
good
mediums.
points.
Good strategy. No, he's spun it
he's
again.
still- oh no. Just put the power down too early.
Oh,
Oh, he's doing so well. I've jinxed him. I'm sorry, Dom. I've jinxed you.
he's still on course at 2 points. It's fine.
Oh my god, he's got damage. He's destroyed his wing. He's got to do a whole lap now with a broken
Safety
wing.
car.
Again. Oh my god.
You know what it is.
Don't tell me we've got that glitch again. I told you we should have never had
We got the
safety
glitch
car
again.
back. I should have never had safety
Whoa,
car back in
and
the first place.
Skylines are stopped. Skyline's drive for penalty speeding under safety car.
Yeah, I don't know who said safety car was fixed. It's a load of rubbish. I wouldn't want it on for tomorrow.
Didn't we have a safety car before? I'm sure we
We've had 3 safety cars tonight.
No, in the previous race.
Yeah, but it's still doing the same thing. It's not been fixed.
Where we had one in Belgium,
Yeah,
I
that was
believe.
fine.
and that
But
didn't, and that
it's
was
just
fine.
going back to its old ways.
Hmm.
It's
It's
coming out
unpredictable, and
giving
that seemed to
people
be the problem.
penalties. And like, I swear on the last patch I saw it didn't say that he fixed the safety car either.
No.
So for me personally, I wouldn't want it back on. So
So we would discuss that over. I mean, it could be just debris. I mean, there was debris, I guess.
yeah, but if we get another one come out in the next few laps after this one's come in, then we know that.
Depends if nothing happens.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Things have happened between the last one.
I don't know, I just really have a problem with the safety car in this game, that's all. I don't want to see people getting penalties for no reason and all that, and just...
Just ignore them. Just ignore them. I know they come up on the screen, but just ignore them. Don't even say them, because they will get added up at the end anyway, and we'll see. The third safety car is quite interesting. We're definitely going to have an interesting result at the end of it. God knows what it will be.
Well, we're going to be very busy after the race, I know that.
Oh, certainly will. Certainly will. There's a lot of problems, and it's a shame to see, because they are, and it's not necessarily the driver's fault as well. You've got the game potentially. I mean, the driving hasn't been brilliant. I must say that it hasn't helped the situation.
No. You just can't get...
and that is a shame to see.
You can't get into a rhythm when you stop starting on the safety car. That's the thing. You know, you just want to get on with it. So now Frantic's in the lead, so everybody's chopping and changing. Bossman second. Crocs coming for some super softs. Okay. Everybody's moved up and down the grid order, so...
Obviously, I'm going to direct a message to everyone in GP2 as soon as this finishes. Obviously, any penalties, any recordings that they have that they want to discuss, they discuss it with the stewards. There's definitely... The driving has not been impressive, and that's what I would say. There has been a few incidences which I have seen in this race that have not made me happy.
Right. Like what?
I mean, obviously I mentioned them at the end. I've got to be neutral and all this, but I just hope that the drivers will understand their mistakes.
Yes.
When I speak to them.
Yeah, Arsenal. What
And that's the thing, I'm not necessarily angry, I'm just disappointed in them because they are better than this. There are drivers that have made mistakes which don't normally.
Everybody has a mistake at some point in the season. We're not perfect.
Passion and
We're
anger
not,
get to them.
we're not machines or anything, so we're all human.
Now the problem with the Skyline is, and this is another problem with the safety car, is if someone's disconnected and the ghost car is behind, that ghost car goes a lot slower, or is unpredictable because it's the
Yes,
AI.
I had this problem in
Spain. Yeah, he's got 80s in front of him.
I could overtake the ghost car, and then I got a penalty or like an incident, and then other people were overtaking me, and I swear I saw some damage come off a Renault. Yes, collision with Tufty Candy. I did see some contact.
Don't read it. How many times? Read it, Craig. Come on. And I saw that. I know why. So it's fine.
See, like, are we going to be counting 80s? Because 80s is 6th in the list at the moment.
No, it's not. It's been disconnected for quite some time. And he's not come back. So clearly he's gone offline or something.
So everybody's in the points then. Like, even if part-time's in 11th, he'll get 10th. Right, okay. I'm hoping this is the last safety car we get at the race.
Indeed. It has definitely been confusing tonight, has to be said. Bloodline's interesting on the Super Sauce, could probably get to the end for now. Let's just hope we get some racing now, because stop and start, as you said, is not great to see. I hope it is just the fact that we did have debris and we did have a couple of incidences on the restart that led to another one.
I don't know how Patel's got ahead of Floodlines, and how has Croft gone from down to 8th when he was right behind those two?
Got pitted.
But I thought the others did as well, didn't they? Because they're on Super Softs now.
No, they didn't. The only ones that did under this safety car was Flood and Krog.
And Patel.
But Krog,
Patel. Because Patel was on
and
softs
Patel
as well.
But no, Patel and Floodlines, they pitted as the safety car came out. Krog pitted when people were sort of queuing up behind it. That's why he's so far back.
Right, well...
Ooh, Frantique. Whoa!
Frantique, that's a bit dangerous.
Yeah, stop and start, and Bossman's
yeah,
getting out.
5 second stop. I don't think Bossman should get that penalty, to be honest.
No, should be moved, but Bossman's got damage.
Yeah, that's unfair. They should not held him up like that.
Interestingly, I just noticed something. DRS got disabled because of the yellow flags and set to 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, Patel looking through, and yeah.
Patel's got through, and the outside has his Flood.
Floodlights is through. Yeah, let his teammate through.
Definitely could have a very unpredictable result.
Yeah.
Do have a thing. I think that there would be enough safety car again.
Surely not.
And that time it was minimal debris. That's the thing as well. If that is going to be another one.
Yeah.
Bossman a bit of damage, and he's struggling now as Johan has gone through into 4th.
He's gonna have to come into pits.
Really hampered him. Tufty on his debut is doing all right, keeping a level head. 6th.
Yeah, he's kept out of trouble.
7. Krog is now in 8th. He's way far back after looking like a competitive, well, battling for the race victory with Flood. And he's now
I swear Frantique's got some penalties anyway, so I don't think first is guaranteed for him.
Yeah, I think quite a few people have penalties. That's why I'm saying it could be messed up by the end of it, as Krog is very wide in Parabolica. Passes that by Frantique on a 23.7.
Oh,
Skyline goes into the pits, yeah.
Okay, is that for damage or?
A lot of pit stops.
Yeah, I've lost count on pit stops.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? As a Bossman in front completely cut the first chicane. Got a penalty for it.
We would have gone to pits though. We would have gone to pits for the damage win.
It just lost his brakes entirely, just went straight off. It's like he had no brakes at all. He's definitely struggling with this damage. It's hampered him a lot. He goes across the second chicane as well.
He'd be quicker just going to the pit lane. He's going to lose too much time staying out.
Yeah, he's got Tufty in the Renault. Obviously, in his first race, he's got Krog right behind, who, as I said, has showed a lot of pace here. Climb his way back up through the field. He's going to have Krog with him. And Krog is going to look on the inside of Ascari. This could be interesting. Krog thinks better of it.
Got to really be slightly ahead to go past the Ascari.
Well, you've got to trust the driver very heavily going into Ascari to make a move. Let's see what Krog can do. He's got the slipstream of both cars in front of him. Looking to the inside. Again, thinks better of it. Bulltail now fastest lap!
Oh!
No!
He lost it himself, didn't he?
It.
He lost it himself.
Yeah,
He's got to come in.
Yeah, he did.
So, wait a minute. That means part-time's back up to 6th again. And he's spending the lane as well. Part-time's avoiding all the cars. He's avoiding all the carnage. He's up to 6th. Come on, dog.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? When other drivers lose their heads and get penalties or such like, it's the ones that keep their heads that get the rewards.
That's what I mean. If part-time was able to stay in the race last week, he would have got some decent points as well. So hopefully he doesn't crash out this time.
Oh, Bulltail! Oh, goodness me! Coming down to us, he's not close enough for a move, but Bulltail was pressurising out Force India, and he's got another penalty for Ascari. Then it gets to him a little bit. Oh, safety car, yeah.
Yeah, we've got the glitch. We've definitely got the glitch. And Bossman's retired.
We're far too...
Is Bossman crashed, or is he manually retired?
Crashed. So
that's caused another safety car because of the crash.
That's no.
But fair enough, if Bossman's crashed out, then yeah, then the safety car's alright. Well then surely I think all of them are going to fly in and put some super softs on now.
So we're down to 9 drivers now. Again, a shame to see. And what this doesn't help is, obviously, we know Frantiga's got a lot of penalties coming through. Sorry, message, guys.
There's a lot of 5-second stop goes. He might have already served them all, so he might be alright. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to go on the race director and have a look at people with penalties actually and warnings.
Just put in a message in the gp2 chat from the stewards. Floodlines has hit Bulltail apparently from somewhere.
Yeah, I did see that.
You did or you didn't?
I did. I did see it.
Is it Bulltail braked or?
It's kind of braked. I think it caught Floodlines out now. He's got a 5-second stop go penalty.
I'm just thinking someone who doesn't have a penalty.
Well, what's the front team? It says 2 penalties and a stop go, so I don't know what that means or how many penalties he's got in time-wise.
Well, the thing with the stop go is...
Well, Floodlines is ghosted. I don't know if he's recorded what happened, so...
Probably. God, we're going to have a lot of things to go through. Last my time hits.
Pit lane. Yeah, he's probably going to put some super softs on.
The one thing I hope these drivers take heed. If they have problems, they're going to send it to us, but we're going to be busy, I think, tonight.
Yes, very busy. Sadly, what a nice chilled evening after this.
Trying to give things a one neutral as there are already penalties I see coming. There are a few drivers, ones that are beyond.
Yes, I agree.
Ones
things
that are
I've seen as well. Yeah, things I've seen as well. Some people deserve penalties. I'm not going to say who, and I'm staying neutral as well. I'm not going to be focused on anybody, but there's definitely penalties coming some people's way. What I've seen.
One person I see, definitely in the top 5 at least, that don't have penalties. Joran.
Yeah. Yes, he hasn't. Neither has Krog either.
Look at Hobo in 6th.
Yeah, Krog doesn't have a penalty either. I've checked the top 5 and they've got...
Hobo doesn't have one either.
Oh, he's back up to 6. This is what I mean. Keeps chopping and changing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep up with who's where all the time. It changes. So many pit stops, so many safety
Like the one
cars.
thing is for certain, Craig. We're not going to have another
Yeah.
safety car because you can't have another one with the amount of laps left.
No. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if there are any crashes, any debris. Hopefully the safety car should come in at the end of the next lap.
Yes. And as I said with penalties, especially for Antique, if he does have any left over, anybody that does, with the field so compact now, so together,
Yes.
if you have penalties, they're going to hurt. They're going to hurt massively.
So like, yeah, like the grid order, like the race order we've got now is not going to be the same order we have when we cross the line. That is guaranteed.
Interesting who does have damage. Hit.
Oh, Tufty Candy's coming now as well. So that's another place.
So France is obviously going to stick it out with the damage because safety car I think maybe has one more lap. That.
He's going to have cars all over him.
Hobo, be careful.
Damage.
Hobo, be careful. He's got to learn on the spatial awareness there.
Yeah, well, a few of them do, I feel. Or some of them have been braking a bit too hard, so... I'm hoping that Frantic doesn't slow the pack right down like he did in the last one, because I thought that was a bit naughty, to be honest.
Yeah, but it was a stop and start. It was like what Hamilton did to Vettel, even though there are people that...
Wow. We won't go into that debate.
We won't go into that debate. We'll be here all night. Fast part time is ghosting, interestingly. I don't know whether he's...
Still here, hasn't said he's left.
Yeah, he is. He says keeps on pausing and so on and so forth. They don't need to do that. Skyline is stuck behind 80s again, who's ghosting. He's already left.
That's a
for
problem.
A long time.
Yeah, because Part-Time's got ahead of Skyline. I swear Skyline's not pitted since the safety car's come out.
Well, one thing is for certain, and we've still got 3 laps of this left. One thing is for certain, we've had a very frantic race here tonight.
I
and
would say this is more chaotic than last week.
Chaotic, but in a different reason.
Yes.
Yes. But anyway, we are here for the safety car restart now. It's going to be very, as Frantic is backing up everybody, and that's caused huge problems.
Yeah, shouldn't be doing that.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
What is this?
I should get a penalty in my opinion. I'm sorry, but it's
Jesus.
not right.
How slow is he going?
Shouldn't be doing that, because it's just causing people to crash into each other.
Yeah, and it's caused ghosting as well, which is a bit of a problem.
Yeah,
Frantic is gone.
That's twice he's done that now. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, you got
oh my god, it's a battle.
Red Bull side.
It's
Jordan alongside Krog. And you got Hobo and a Ferrari also there.
Oh.
Quad turns in, John was there, they're still side by side, banging wheels, keep the space, come on guys.
Oh, Dom's trying to go around the outside of Hobo
here comes Dom.
Oh my god, oh.
He's going to try and get both.
Hobo. Oh wow, if he gets both, that'd be great.
Oh goodness me. He's got it.
He's done it. He's
got it.
He's up to 5th. Oh, Dom is up to 5th. Oh, get in there.
No, he's got Hobo there.
Oh,
goodness me.
Hobo's got a penalty.
Oh, so went in tears.
Yeah, there's contact. Oh my god.
Oh, why were they trying to go free wide for that chicane? I've no idea.
Yeah, but it was a good move though, because Dom had it. And he had the inside line.
Yeah, Don did have it, and then there was a lunge from the Sauber, and Haas tried to go on the outside as well.
Yeah.
It's never going to work.
More things we're going to have to look at.
Oh, Frantic, another one.
Yeah, that's really going to
cost him. You don't want to get too
many. That's going to cost him. I know Patel's got a
3 seconds for dropping way back.
I know Patel's got a 3-second penalty. So, at the moment...
But floodlines. He's got Krog all over the back.
Craig,
we've got to take the result. As always, as the race director, how it crosses the line. And we've still got 2 laps to go as the timing screen is going to mention very much. Yeah, Krog on the outside of floodlines.
Well, at the moment, Krog should have the win then, if the way these penalties are going to plan out, as I look at the moment.
Depends, doesn't it? Really does depend.
I know Krog hasn't got
could
one.
Be any sort of order.
3 seconds at least. Franti's got God knows how many. And Yeah, so
Oh, Floodline's got one.
yeah, that's
Oof,
going to cost him now.
Jesus Christ. And this is... I mean, Monza does... It is on this game as well. The track limits are quite interesting, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. It's a very fine line, especially for Ascari, to try and get right. And obviously, if you go across, you've got to be penalised. And you're not going to get any of those back. As Paul goes completely sideways in the dirty air of Frantique. He's got one more lap to try and take the win away. Meanwhile, Skyline's on the back of Floodlines. Remember, Floodlines actually has that damage still, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
and
does.
He's suffering.
Yeah, so Skyline could get 4th place here.
Indeed, but I gotta go back up to the front of the pack. DRS
and
DRS enabled.
Skyline's free before they would have crossed the line, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Floodlines is struggling with that damage, obviously caused from the Bulltail's car. That's a 4th, despite everything that's been thrown at him. Hard Time's gone past Tufty into 7th. So, I know Tufty is back through. What's going on here? Tufty's got back through. We'll go back to the battle for the lead, or the lead. Because it could be absolutely any sort of order. For all we know, Hobo could win. Because everyone else has penalties. It's Bulltail nearly does a Hamilton.
Lost it. Oh, Hard Time's got a 3-second penalty.
Stop mentioning the... Oh.
I'm sorry, but there's any penalties popping up.
Them.
There's
Reading them.
Not to miss. How can you not read them?
I don't know. But Frantique has just got the Ascari to do with Bulltail, who nearly did a Hamilton actually on the final lap through the Lesmos, which would have been quite interesting. But Frantique is going to cross the line first. We'll see obviously where everyone ends up, because so many penalties left, right and centre. Frantique is going to cross the line. We'll see the order. And he takes the win initially. Bulltail crosses it. Still Frantique. It's still Frantique.
Croc's got it. Croc's got it. Skyline's got it. No, Frantique's got it. Blackline's got it. John's got it. What?
Now we'll see how the race director says. I think
Frantique's still got it.
Frantique's still got it, yeah. So maybe
I would say provisional for now, though. After we see all these other incidents.
Of course. Don't, come on. Keep it to yourself.
I know, but I'm just saying. what I've
obviously
seen.
We've got to.
So.
Yes, I know, Greg. I know. Obviously, we've got to interview the top 3 as they finish. There may be a few in after game penalties, but Frantique has taken the victory with Bulltail 2nd and Krog in 3rd there. And what, my God, 33 seconds. How's he get the?
He had a lot of 5-stop-go penalties, didn't he?
I'm guessing so, but 33 seconds, that is a lot. But there we go, so Frantique gets that. Can you take a picture of that? Yeah. With the timings on the screen, not the penalties, obviously. Right, so Frantique takes the win from Bulltail. Krog is 3rd, so those would be the front 3. Skyline, despite everything thrown at him, gets 4th. Joan is 5th, then Floodline 6th, Tufty Candy in 7th.
Oh, Frantique
Don't get more points.
Okay. Yeah, well done, Skyline get 3rd.
Floodlines is 6th, yes.
Sorry, I thought Frantique won the race. Sorry, I thought he was still classed as 1st.
Yeah, he did win the race. I may have said Frantique by mistake. Don gets points in 8th. Hobo, I believe his first points actually in 88. Ends up in 9th, and that is all. That's all the finishes. Jeez.
Yeah. No, sorry, I thought Frantique still got the win after the penalties now, so I'm in 6th. So. Oh, it's a bit. Oh, whatever. I get 3rd. Yeah, lots of penalties.
There is quite a lot. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to send a message here.
Yeah, it's 2-0 to Arsenal now. Yeah.
Yay! Back to football again.
Oh, I'm very happy to win it. I've taken a screenshot of the penalties and the timing screen, so there's both of them.
Are you inviting the three?
Right in anyway.
Yes.
He messaged me.
Didn't count penalties, so you're gonna have to go through and manually look at who got penalties and actually add it to their time. So Frantic doesn't win.
No,
Oh.
he's sixth. The penalties sorted out. He's sixth.
No,
It didn't.
Floodlines was
On our end, it didn't come through as penalties
I've got it
counted.
all.
So
I've got it all. I've got it all.
So whoever it was, I can't remember who was in front of me. Whoever's in front of me wins. I get second, and I think whoever got second got first.
Oh, instead of mine,
Third, sorry.
Patel first, Frog second, you third.
Okay, that's how it should be.
Yeah,
Didn't
I've
say
got all
on
the
mine.
penalties. Frantic sixth from mine. So yeah, 33
Yeah,
seconds.
Oh, I would
with
go
all
by
of
yours
us, with all of us, it didn't show that the penalties were counted. Like he had like 22-second penalties, but still won the race, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, I've got a screenshot of the penalties and the timing screen. So.
By the way, Michael, we did have a vote for safety car. When the second safety car came out, we did have a vote to see if people wanted to restart or not. I gave them a chance to turn safety car off, and people wanted to continue, even with the glitch. So
I've been safety.
Craig's connecting.
Race connecting. Well, we need to invite these three, and I hope they keep civil.
Well, you only need to invite two more because I'm already here.
Well, plus, like I said to Michael, I'm not happy with some of the stuff I saw in that race anyway. So. I've got it. No, I've got it all.
Craig, it worked for Craig. It worked for Craig.
Frantic
work
come
for
up
me.
sixth. Frantic come up sixth with 33 penalties on mine. So.
I've got a quick question
got
though
it.
for you, Michael. What's your opinion of what happened in quali?
There are a lot of things that I am unhappy and disappointed about, which I will say after I've stopped the stream.
Yeah, same
I
here.
want to keep this
There's
as
a few
professional
things.
as possible and interview the top three that finished where they should have finished, etc. And then we'll go from there.
I don't understand what times it worked for you guys, but it worked fine for me. So.
Oh mate, honestly, I'm gonna click my thing. Right.
I saw you two together near the end, and I didn't see what happened because broadcaster showed a tree, and then Michael just said you or him braked, and there was a big collision at the end. So.
It's the spectate.
Yeah, he was right up your ass on my screen. I'm not being funny, but some people, there'll be a few drivers getting penalties. Surely, what I've seen. Anyway.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
My video's back included.
There's that. I can't invite Patel because I'm not friends with him, so I can invite Krog back in.
Oh, I'm going to invite
will-
Hotel.
I will send you both the screenshot of what I've got for the timing sheets, so you can have a look at that. Because I've taken a picture of the timings and the penalties as well, so I've taken two different screenshots.
The most annoying part was though, like with the incident in quality, and you probably all know what I mean. And I'm assuming it was on stream as well, so I'm assuming that people would have saw it. He got
Well, I
Guy
watched
Cunnington
it
to message
anyway.
me as well. He literally got Guy Cunnington to gang up with me as well.
I don't know why he kept joining, and then other people like Shadow Sniper was joining, and somebody else joined as well. I don't know.
I don't know. Can we do the podium
Alright.
first? Because the stream's still going. So can we do the podium first, then do the results?
I'm
We need Patel in here.
messaging now.
Let me just go to my racist captures. I didn't see that.
Don't worry, I have a list. I have a
But
list.
we got a
that
list
were
of
written
things
down.
we're not happy with. Well, can't talk
I'll
about
say
it. We'll talk about it
afterwards.
after the podium.
We'll talk about
There's-
after the stream's finished.
Right, please do podium.
Well, the order I've got is the order I've got is Patel first, you second, Skyline third, Joran fourth. Yeah, you're 8 tenths behind him. Uh, well, this one says on mine, and Joran fourth, Floodlines fifth, Frantic sixth, Part Time seventh, Tufty Candy eighth, and Hobo ninth.
Yeah, can you send me that when you
Yeah.
can, obviously?
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Can we get Portel in? Right, Craig, do you mind doing it as you have it?
Well, let me just send this. Send it to you as well, Krog, so you can see it.
As I mentioned, Craig, you go ahead and do it. Did it well last week, so go for it.
Okay.
Ooh,
Alright,
ooh,
well...
difference. Ooh, variety.
Don't be
Ooh,
excited.
tension. Ooh,
Well,
drama.
after a absolute crazy race with the amount of safety cars I lost count of, provisionally for now, with everything messed up, we've got Patel as the winner. So I don't know what to say really. I was losing track of where everybody was.
Good for
half the
his
time.
championship results. Come on, Craig.
It was, but I told like I said, I was getting confused who was where, there, everywhere. It was absolute carnage. You know.
Right, go by the results that you have and talk about them.
Yeah, and how was your race anyway? Right, let's just start. How was your race?
Yay.
Everyone went past me on 5 lights again.
Yeah, I did
Front
see
wing
there
got
was a
hit off
laggy
in the first
start.
corner.
See that?
And then had really aggressive people towards the end of the field that just kept on passing you where they shouldn't really pass you. But yeah, other than that, it was the safety car helped a lot, obviously. Could change my front wing, and yeah, I thought it was pretty crazy. Yeah, guess that was a bit lucky then.
Yeah, like I said, I lost. I thought we had the safety car glitch again coming out every 3 laps, so it definitely helped out anybody that would lose a wing or anything. Good. I don't know what to really say, Michael. I'm still confused and don't know what's going on.
Now, do you know what I
Happened.
reckon? I reckon four people had really strong pace. Qualifying was really close. Well, I was like 4 tenths off, but I crashed.
Yeah, that
But no, I
was very
thought
good for that.
I had four people really good pace, and it's a shame that we didn't get to see that. I guess. But yeah, I guess I was
No,
lucky, and
it was a bit hard to watch it starting and stopping, but congratulations to the win, and we'll go to Master Cron in second. You must have been happy qualifying the top three, and you was having a good battle with Floodlines at the beginning, and then you come in for another set of softs, and we're battling with the top three, and then ask what happened after that. But yeah, can you describe it how your race went?
It was topsy turvy, upside down, side to side. It was had everything, that one. Yeah, quali was good. Enjoyed quali, as we agree with Vutel. There was 4 guys that could have took pole there. But yeah, the race was a bit all over the place with the safety cars, and especially with the invisible car of, I can't remember roughly who it was.
Aiden's Toro.
Yeah, that one. That kind of put me off. And then the penalties at the end, I have no idea what happened. Because I think the final time point I had, I was 3.1 behind Boutel. So it's interesting. It is very interesting.
I did think you was going to cross the line first because you had a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that, but obviously not to be. So, but we'll see. We'll see what the result. results.
We could have a different opinion. Anyway, how did your race go? I know you had a bit of a shaky thing in qualifying, but how did your race
To
go?
be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I deserved the podium because if there wasn't the safety car glitch, I wouldn't have got it. Because I'm not sure if you noticed, but before I think it was the third safety car. Just as it came out, I clipped the wall and I had to go in for complete U front wing. So I don't
Yeah,
think I would got
see
third
that.
if that was an actual race. But you know, the game's broken. Cody's need to sort their words and get it fixed because it is beyond a joke. Like it does need fixing, but overall it wasn't too bad. People in GP2, I give a lot of credit to a lot of people in GP2 for having the patience with the game for being broken. So I do credit a lot of people for that. So I want to mainly say well done to everyone in GP2 for being so cooperative in the lobby. So
Fair enough. Michael, can you talk now?
Oh, where do I begin?
at the
Where
beginning,
do I begin? Well, all I would say is it's qualifying, like last week, had no. Well, there were a few issues that our stewards will discuss. I was not happy to see, but in general, it set up the race nicely. And in the beginning of the race, it was pretty good, apart from obviously the carnage and that on the first and second chicane. But apart from that, it is a shame that a good race has been wasted. It was frantic. It was tough to keep track. I mean, the tyres were different, etc. Spectators having a complete meltdown. It's not the first time. And it's disappointing to see that Codemasters have. But as Ryan has said, we will persevere. And I hope that everyone, and that includes, and this is basically a message to all of ATA that watch this. We know the game is broken. We know what problems it has. I just hope from this race onwards, people can keep civil and remind yourselves that sometimes the game is to blame, not the human driver. So,
to be fair though, on that
sums it
point
up.
though, I do agree with you. Like people do need to remain civil with each other. And to be fair, they did. A lot of people in the party, or most people in the party. And everyone was fine with each other. No one was arguing. There was no disagreements or anything. There was a couple of heated moments where there was a couple of instances, but apart from that, people apologised to each other. They showed manners to each other, and it was really nice to see, to be honest.
Yes, indeed. But yes, right. So I'm going to end the stream there. So next race for ATA is going to be tomorrow around the F1 division around Monza. I will not be there, so you won't see me driving around. So who will take the race victory? I'm not saying I'll win all the time, obviously. So, but,
Yeah, your name's not Frantique for a start.
doesn't win all the time either. I don't know what you're trying to get at that.
He wanted to ignore the
I'm gonna win today.
whatever.
I'm gonna win tomorrow.
How long did he have? That
Whatever.
30 seconds, wasn't it?
Whatever we'll say. Anyway, please.
Sorry.
So yes, you'll see the F1 drivers around Monza tomorrow for the first time in full qualifying for that system. Obviously Fast Part Time and HLG hopefully will be streaming that tomorrow. As for GP2, the next race is Singapore. So if we're going to have 3 safety cars around Monza, how many safety cars are we going to get around Singapore?
None, because we're not going to have it on.
God only know.
No, I
God
wouldn't have it
only
on.
knows.
I hope we don't have it on tomorrow.
Yes.
After that.
But hey, we'll discuss that, Craig, as always. But yes, for those of you who have been watching, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.